Hi, welcome back to NHL 101.
Hey guys, welcome back to IE.Sports Network, and
Today we are continuing our NHL 101 series inspired by Patch 83 that we're going to be doing through Friday, and this is our preview for tonight's February 1st's NHL games. So our first game is Chicago versus Buffalo. Chicago has a record of 18-24-9, and Buffalo with a record of 25-19-6. And I have Chicago winning this, and so does Elliot. You want to go ahead and say why?
I have Chicago winning this because I think they have some good players. Sabres have been playing a good amount lately. I don't know if Chicago has played as we're doing this series. And so I think Chicago's going to want to get a win after their break. And they have a pretty high, if you don't count overtime losses, they have 6. They have a losing record by 6, so I think they're going to want to catch that back up.
I say Chicago as well because Buffalo can't. They've been doing pretty good lately, but I see Chicago coming out and winning this one. So our next game on the list is Nashville Predators versus the Florida Panthers. Nashville has a record of 30-18-4. Florida with a record of 20-28, and we both have Nashville winning this game. Not all just Nashville bias here. I just see Nashville coming out from the All-Star break fresh and getting the W tonight. What about you?
Yeah, first game back from All-Stars, and I think Panthers, they've again going into. I think they'll want to get to have a winning record, but I think Nashville isn't the team to try to get that winning record with.
Yeah. All right.
So I have Nashville winning this.
So our next game is the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the New York Islanders. Tampa Bay with a record of 37-11-2, and New York Islanders with a record of 29-15-5. And I have New York Islanders winning this game, and that is because New York has been doing really well lately. The top of the Metropolitan Division versus the top of the Atlantic Division, the two best Eastern Conference teams. And I just see New York coming out here and doing well in this game and beating Tampa Bay, who lost their most recent game to Pittsburgh a couple nights ago with the whole Kendall Coyne Schofield thing on Wednesday Night Hockey. What about you?
I have Tampa Bay winning this because they're the best in the league.
And it's not often that they lose 2 in a row.
Yeah, and it's not often that they lose 2 in a row. They usually win a lot. They got Kucherov, Stamkos, Point, Vasilevsky. They just got a lot of good players. Victor Hedman. They got a lot, so I think they'll be able to pull this off.
All right. The Ottawa Senators versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ottawa with a record of 19-26-5, and Pittsburgh with a record of 27-17-6. And I have Pittsburgh winning this, and so does Elliot. Ottawa has been doing terrible lately. They have awful team chemistry, dealing with a lot of drama, and I think that's all playing into the terrible season Ottawa's had. Also, they're a rebuilding team. They've been trading away all of their decent players. Started with Kyle Turris, Matt Duchene comes into Ottawa here. Yeah, and Erik Karlsson goes to San Jose. Matt Duchene coming into Ottawa, but I don't see him staying very long. I don't see him staying maybe more than a year or two after the point making this video.
Yeah.
And I don't see him re-signing if his contract expires there. So Ottawa with a record of 19-26-5. Pittsburgh with a record of 27-17-6. Pittsburgh is obviously doing a lot better, and I think they can do really well versus a team that is really struggling like Ottawa.
Yeah, basically all that. Even though I do not like Pittsburgh, I have to go Pittsburgh because it's what I think who's going to win.
I don't have anything against Pittsburgh. I don't dislike them. I don't like them, but I don't dislike them either. Okay, Calgary Flames versus the Washington Capitals. Calgary has a record of 33-13-5, and Washington has a record of 27-17-6. I have Calgary winning this one, and Elliot has Washington winning this one. Why do you have Washington?
I have Washington because I think they're going to want to catch up back into the higher things. I think Calgary might win because they're second or third.
Oh, they're way up there. They're doing really, really good this season.
Yeah, I think Calgary might win, but I think Washington Capitals are going to want to go for the win with Oshie, Ovi, Backstrom, Holtby, a lot of all-stars, and Carlson.
All right, so let's rewind back to before the season. I didn't say it on camera or anything, but I always said I really think Calgary is going to do well, and I have Elliot as my witness here.
That's true.
I always said Lindholm coming in, Neal, which actually hasn't had much of an impact in Calgary as much as I thought he would. I looked today, and he only has 5 goals on the season. He was a good goal scorer, all-star, but he just hasn't had what it takes this year. Hasn't been doing well in Calgary. I don't necessarily think it's the setting. He chose to sign with Calgary, but Calgary just isn't working well with him this year. But Lindholm coming in, I knew it was going to be a big deal. And I just saw Calgary doing really well this year. Kevin, on the other hand, he thought Philadelphia was going to make it to the final. What's up, Kevin? But, yeah, sorry, Kevin. That's rough.
They have a chance of making it to playoffs and getting higher, but I don't think there'll be high. I don't think they'll make it to the finals, but I think they'll make it second round. Maybe they might get out in the they'll get out in the first, second. I think that's my opinion.
So
if they make the playoffs,
Philadelphia, I think they need to just give up on the playoffs and look to improve the team for next season. It's funny how we're talking about Philadelphia instead of this, but they are without hope of the playoffs, in my opinion, and we will replay this. We will replay my talking here if they do make the playoffs, but they are without hope. I do not think that there is any chance that Philadelphia will make the playoffs this year.
I think they have a chance of making the playoffs, but if they do, I don't think they'll make it super high.
Fun fact about Philadelphia and one of your favorite players. Did you know that Brian Elliott has been to an All-Star game?
Yes?
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Get back on track. Okay, so we have Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Detroit Red Wings. And yes, I did use the St. Pat's as the word mark logo. The Toronto Maple Leafs have a record of 30-17-2. My second least favorite team, the Detroit Red Wings, have a record of 19-25-7. And we both have Toronto winning this one. Detroit is another one of those teams who have been really struggling lately, especially towards the beginning of the season. Lately, they've started to pick things up a little bit, but still really struggling down there at the bottom of the league. But Toronto, on the other hand, started off really good, and they're slowing down. So they're not hugely, but Toronto did start off as like a number 2 team, and they were until recently, but now they're slowing down. But I see Toronto winning this one. They also have an outstanding record, and it's just they used to be. It's just like Nashville used to be at the very top, and now we're kind of like 6-ish, 5.
Which isn't bad.
But
you can't call that bad. That's
but
good.
this is like kind of the same thing, but on a smaller scale for Toronto. Okay. Our next game is the Vegas Golden Knights versus my third favorite team, the Carolina Hurricanes. So Vegas has a record of 29-19-4, which they could improve to 30 tonight with a win. The Canes have a record of 24-20-6, and roll those predictions. So I have Vegas winning this one. Improving to 30 would be a big milestone in the season for Vegas, and I think they're going to get the dub over Carolina, my third favorite team. What about you? You have Carolina winning.
I want to see the South.
Yeah, he wants to see the Storm Surge here.
That's kind of part of it. But another part is I think they're going to want to catch up to have a tie record, including overtime.
Wait, is it going to be in Carolina, though? Alexa, Carolina Hurricanes game tonight.
On January 23rd, the Hurricanes beat the Canucks 5-2.
No, Alexa.
No.
Oh, continue.
The Hurricanes will play later today at 6:30 p.m. against the Golden Knights.
That was helpful.
Hey, Alexa. Are the Hurricanes home or away today?
This might answer your question. There are no February 1st, 2019 Hurricanes.
Alexa.
Did that answer?
No, not at all. Just stop. Okay, so that was a waste of time. So Vegas, I have them winning.
If it's home, I want to see them do the South.
Okay, so Minnesota versus Dallas here. A Central Division rivalry game. I'm wearing a Minnesota Wild shirt right now. Minnesota, it looks like I did not complete their record. So
it's okay.
26-21 and a mystery number here. And then we got Dallas Stars with a record of 25-21-4. And go ahead and show our predictions. I have Minnesota winning this. Elliot has Dallas. Minnesota's doing better as a team than Dallas is. However, neither are outstanding. I believe the playoff picture for the Central Division is Winnipeg, top, Nashville. And then we have, I think it is Minnesota, but it might be Dallas. I don't know. But I see Minnesota winning this game. Yeah, it should be Minnesota. But I see them winning this game. They're already ahead of Dallas, it looks like, according to wins. It'd be more useful if I could see the overtime losses.
That number is about 3. Because they're at 50 games. And others are like 40.
So why do you have Dallas winning this one?
I have Dallas winning this one because they scored pretty quick on the first period. Didn't get any more, but I think they'll want to get a bigger win than their last game, which they just shut them out 1-0. Nice shutout. They have pretty good defense from what I can see on that last game, shutting them out. And I think they'll come home.
Okay. And these February 1st games previewed are inspired by Patch 83. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.